So you want to know my favorite type of clients to work with, and by clients I mean men, because it's only men who hire me for matchmaking. So my favorite type, I'm going to talk about the occupations, and I'm going to talk about the personality types. Okay, let's do this. Okay, occupations. So I think, listen, I've known great guys in all occupations, but my favorite probably has to be the entrepreneurs, the private equity guys, the tech guys, and for the reason that they're just usually very busy. They're very, they're not like loosey-goosey, or, they don't have a lot of time to waste. They don't have a lot of time to play around. They're very career focused, but they're also men who will make time for the things they know how to prioritize things, But listen, I've had movie stars I've loved and worked with. I've had political figures. I've actually had an attorney or two that I love, believe it or not. And so all kinds. But I would say, entrepreneurs, tech, private equity, hedge fund, those kind of guys probably are my faves. Now, personalities. Let me tell you my favorite personalities. So here's the thing, what I've noticed from being a matchmaker is there's really two types of men that show up with these like specific personalities. And one I cannot help, or it's extremely difficult to help, and the other I usually see success with. So the first one that makes it challenging are those guys that show up, and this goes for whether any of you out there are doing anything in the world, right? So it's those guys that show up and they're nervous and they're afraid and they think they don't want to spend the money, and they're fearful and they're fear-based, and they think there's no good women or women are going to scam them, and they can't relax and just put faith in the person that they're hiring or the process, and it's like they're I call it like holding onto the handrails. They're like gripping the handrails and they're so nervous. It's like it messes up the flow and the energy. It's really weird. Now, the men I love that I see success with are the guys that show up and they're like happy and they're hopeful and they're optimistic and they're not worried about the money, and they are all in on the deal. Because when people go all in and they show up and I look at it like this, they get on the roller coaster, they put their hands in the air and they say, "Yes, Gina, yes." Those are the men I have good luck with. Those are the men I love.